it's Marek. Welcome to Mdrives and welcome to another Lotus with James. So you met James when I did video on his Exige, and now we're sitting in James's new Emira first edition, 400 horsepower, 420 Newton meters, 4.2 to 60. For those who like stats, just above 1400 kilograms in weight. So it should be a good fun. Slightly heavier than the Exige, but so far the experience inside is completely different in terms of the comfort. So yeah, so far the car sounds absolutely amazing. Obviously it's the same engine as in James's Exige, 3.5 litre Toyota engine, obviously supercharged, so it sounds absolutely epic. However, the interior of the car, well, that looks absolutely beautiful. It's not like any other Lotus I've seen before. It feels modern, it feels beautiful. Everything is nicely crafted, beautiful materials, nothing creaks, kev speakers. I'm so impressed so far. So James, how long you had the car?
About 4 months now. Yeah, absolutely loving it. Very different experience, but love it.
Which one do you love more, Exige? Or I know it will be controversial, and there will be probably some aspects you love more, some you love less, but in a nutshell.
Oh, that's a difficult question. I would probably go with this one, but that's no detriment to the Exige. The Exige is amazing, but this is a better road car.
Well, I can see that why. You know, sitting here, it's much more comfortable than in the Exige. God, that sounds so good.
Sounds good, doesn't it, for a modern car?
Supercharger.
Got no supercharger wine in the Exige, so it's just, yeah, that's one of the best things about it, the sound.
You would think that with the newer car, it won't sound as good as the old car, but somehow it does.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the last car had that 400 exhaust on it, and 410 exhaust on it. It sounded incredible, but it had no supercharger wine whatsoever. Whereas now we've got a little bit of supercharger wine, still got some good sound. What do you think of the ride on this dodgy
Well, I was
road?
just thinking, because it's a pretty rough road, and it's not that bad. So is it the tour spec or the track spec?
This is sport. So
sport. Okay.
yeah, there is a tour version that you can get.
I would say this is absolutely fine.
Yeah, I think so
I don't
too.
find it too harsh, actually. I think what makes you feel on your body all the kind of shaking and all the bumps on the road is the seats, because they are perfectly shaped. I absolutely love the seats. Me and my broken back, you know, it's difficult to find a nice seat where I feel comfortable in, and these seats are perfect. There's just enough. There's more padding in them than in your in your old car. There's more padding in them definitely than in the old car, but they are still transfer all the movements and chassis movements and what the car does to your body. That's what I'm missing in my car. My car has seats which are really springy, I would say.
Yeah.
So they cushion you really well from the ride, which I guess it's a good when you go for a long drive. But actually driving it in a way where you want to feel the car, you feel quite isolated from the car.
The fronts, I think they're 265s. I think so. There may be 245s, 100% sure, to be honest. But yeah, the backs are 295s. They're wide, and it does make a difference.
Oh, definitely. I mean, especially considering this car weighs 1400 kilograms here or there.
Yeah.
You know, it's that kind of tire gives it so much mechanical grip at the back that you can really, I would say, abuse it in the corner and probably it won't step out. Did you have any kind of hair standing situations, some brown pants situations in this car, or it never kind of surprised you in the corner?
On the road, never, but on the track, so it's done a track day at Heffel, and there's a section of that track that's designed to test the car, and it tested the car,
okay.
And it had a right old wobble coming through a set of corners coming up to the first hairpin, if you know the track.
Okay.
But it held on, and yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I guess it's the fact that it doesn't have, it has supercharger instead of turbocharger. It's more linear, it's probably
Definitely.
easier to manage when you push it in a corner and you,
It's definitely, you know, the power's not spiky at all, and I remember that from my M2 comp, that was it could be a little bit spiky, depending on the road conditions, whereas this, not at all.
I really find this, all this graphics and information quite entertaining. I like how it's showing the power, autonomy to torque. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's not too much, it's not over the top, and I like the fact that it, although it is kind of stuck on the dashboard, it's not like a Tesla, so it's all right.
No, I think it looks beautiful.
I'm very happy with this. The dash on here gives you everything you need, and the track mode is a really. It'd be nice if you could choose what view you want, depending on what mode you choose a mode and then choose what view you want. Where it's kind of locked into like tour and sport track, but that's good.
I never thought I'm going to say that I'm liking the LCD screen rather than having a conventional speedos, but I think this is just spot on. It reminds me, not that I have been in, but I've seen enough videos, it really reminds me like McLaren's. It's very driver focused. There's, you know, you've got just, you know, you've got speed, you've got gear, you've got your rev counter at the top. It just looks like McLaren, I would say.
What's interesting is I remember when this car was revealed and everyone thought the steering wheel was a funny shape, and it is a funny shape because it's got a flat top and a flat bottom, but the screen fits perfectly in the top section, so it's been quite nicely designed, and you can always see everything you need. You're never blocking up the, you know, the information that you want.
It does feel planted on the road.
Yeah, steering is, so still, it is power assisted now, but it is still hydraulic, so it's still really good feel. You can feel every little bit of the road.
I can't get over the fact that we're sitting in a Lotus and it looks so beautiful inside. You've got leather dash everywhere, Alcantara everywhere, some aluminium bits. It just works so well. And nothing creaks so far.
So far. So far. I'm sure we've got time to sort that one out.
What about the sound system? Does it sound good, you know, from your experience? Obviously before in Exige I think there was no point to turn on the radio.
Yeah, I wish that car didn't have a radio, it was that bad. I know, I literally, even on a motorway it was almost passable, but this is really good. And I'd say it's on a par with the Audi system, the main opposite that I've got in that, so and you know that's a good system,
yes,
so yeah, this is pretty nice too. But everything just works, like it just switches on your Android Auto, it's wireless, which is nice. So it's weird having more gadgets in this than my normal car.
No, it's I think this car, especially for the people who got it at the beginning for the lower price, because I think since then Lotus uplifted the prices.
Yeah.
I think they have a deal of the century on this car. Really, it feels so much more premium and it looks so much more supercar than it is really.
Yeah, yeah. So I think the price has gone up by about 8 to 10 grand now.
Yeah.
So
was kind of somewhere in between. This one, it's like a GT4 for Lotus. It looks beautiful inside. You feel like you're in a premium car, but you get the raw experience, which is great. And I'm sure there will be some hardcore Lotus owners who will say, no, it's not, you know, it's not the same. Well, from my short experience, I can tell you, you would not feel disappointed in this car jumping from the Exige. I never experienced like 410s, etc., the really track focus ones, and I'm sure Lotus is still yet to release the kind of more track focus versions of this car. But for now, I mean, I would be perfectly happy with this. I'm not sure if I would want anything more hardcore than this, because I mainly drive my cars on the road, and I think this is perfect.
Yeah. And you know what, it's very good on track. It definitely surpassed my expectations on the track. I thought it was going to be a gulf in difference to the Exige. I would say the Exige is definitely better, as you'd expect, but...
It's lighter, isn't it?
And
weight is a lot on the track. Yeah,
exactly, but then I had a much nicer journey to the track and back, so... no, it's... Yeah. Exactly. Depends what you need the car for.
Yeah, exactly. If this is not your... Yes, right. If this is not your only car and you're looking for a track toy, then probably Exige would be better. But like you said, if you're looking for a one sports car which you can take to the track, which you can enjoy on these bumpy B roads, yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, my Exige was actually far too loud after the exhaust I put on with any track day, whereas this, I think, it's quite a lot quieter, but you still get a good amount of sound from it. It's not disappointing.
Brilliant.
So far, no, I'm not very good at saying this and sticking to it, but this feels like a keeper.
Not surprised. Not surprised.
I just can't see what they're going to do. What's going to be better than this in a modern car for this sort of money?
Probably you can't do much more than that. And I think, you know, you're yet to do like a proper epic road trip in it for a couple of days. So I think when you do that,
I've got one planned. So
you will gel with the car even more.
Yeah, so we're going to do Wales and do all the interesting passes and stuff. So it should be good. But I think, obviously, with all the emissions rules and how it's all going, I imagine any special models of these will probably be quieter and potentially have. This has got no lane assist and crap like that, which is mad because I don't even know what new car doesn't have lane assist. This doesn't have it.
Great.
And I hate lane assist.
I hate lane assist. It's turned off in all of the cars. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
I don't know if you can tell, but when I sort of flip the throttle like that, it just sounds a little bit, I don't know, kind of lethargic is the word I use, but I'm not sure. Like the Exige used to give you quite an aggressive blip.
I think it's just a throttle mapping, maybe. They've changed to make it a bit more driver friendly or unexperienced driver friendly. I don't know how, it's difficult to say, but
yeah, I
imagine it's the same engine. It probably will have the same flywheel, etc. So I can't see the reason why mechanically, if it's the same, why would it?
Yeah, although this is closer to the 400 series cars than the 350, so obviously it's charge cooled. And I think the clutch, I don't know what the clutch is, but I assume it's from an Evora, so probably from like an Evora 400 I would have thought. Where the Exige 350 clutch was a different, slightly softer clutch than what the 410s had and what the Exige 410s, but I think probably a softer clutch than what the Evoras had. But yeah, it's that's the only slight thing when you're driving, is it just doesn't feel quite as happy to rev. But when you're driving normally, it does.
Right, brilliant. Well, James, thank you for the opportunity. Amazing car. I'm glad I was able to experience it and compare it to your previous car. But yeah, I think they are very similar in some ways and very different in other ways. But yeah, beautiful, amazing car. So thank you for the experience, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you shortly in the next one. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Do widzenia.